Welcome to Massage Chair Relief Live, the podcast designed to educate, inform, discuss, and critique the relatively new massage chair industry. Join your host, Dr. Alan Widener, to become a massage chair expert and avoid multiple pain points in your search for the perfect massage chair.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and today is our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Monday, October 21st, 2024. Thank you so much for joining. In terms of chair sales, there's not a lot right now. I think we're getting ready for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday time of the year. And some people ask, regularly people ask now, should I wait until Black Friday to order? Wait for the sales to come on. And you know what? Oddly enough, the sales aren't all that dramatic at Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We do have sales, but a lot of times the in-store pricing that we give you is better than any sale price that might be publishable on our website or any other website. So don't get too enthused about Black Friday. As a matter of fact, if you can order before Black Friday when there's stock available for most colors and most models, I would suggest doing that. And of course, like if you purchase from us and there is a sale that's better than what we offer you in the showroom, well, then we'll reimburse you the difference between the Black Friday sale and what you paid at our showroom. But I doubt that'll happen. I've been in this business for a long time, and I rarely have seen that happen. Sometimes they'll throw in an extended warranty or a free white glove delivery, whatnot. But usually people are looking for price discounts, and not all the companies offer them. But speaking of price discounts, Ogawa has they usually have a monthly sale going on, and their chairs, they have the Active L 3D, the Active XL 3D, the Refresh L, the Master Drive AI 2.0, the Master Drive LE, and the Master Drive Duo, which is their split track model. And these prices range anywhere from $1999.99, which is their low end Refresh L, all the way up to $10,999.99, which is their Master Drive Duo. Now, they do have a deal right now where if you purchase the Master Drive AI 2.0, and that chair is regularly $12,999. It's on sale now for $5,000 off for $79.99. You'll also get the free NAMI Sonic vibration machine. You stand on this thing, and it's got handles, and the foot segment vibrates quite significantly. And that thing is valued at $2,999. So you get that free when you order the Master Drive AI 2.0. Anyways, that's that. And then as far as their the Svago line, which is also part of the Kozia family of chairs, as is the Ogawa, you have $300 off the Newton, $500 off the Swivel, $200 off the ZGR Plus, $1,000 off the Light 2, and if you buy two chairs of either the ZGR or the Newton, you'll also receive a free side table, which is typically $700. So that's not a bad deal. But those recliners are quite enjoyable. We typically sell the ones that have some form of massage in them as well, like vibration or air pushing onto the back. You don't get arm airbags. You don't get foot airbags. Some of them do have calf airbags, but they're not calf wells. It's a flat ottoman, and the airbags underneath just push the calves up and down against the resistance of the weight of your calves. And that's that for Ogawa and Svago. They also, Kyoto, which is a subsidiary brand of Infinity, they have the Kyoto Yosei on sale for $49.99. That's a very good sale. That chair used to be called I think it was the Infinity Imperial years ago, and then they kind of rebranded it as the Kyoto Yosei. And $49.99 is a very good price for an L track, SL track. Remember, L track and SL track, same thing. And the Kyoto Yosei gives you a kind of a plastic shell and a sliding base, so that the chair can tilt back, and you'll have a full recline. But when it's upright, it slides back against the wall, so you can just have to place the chair an inch away from the wall, what they call a wall hugger. And that chair is $49.99. It's a good chair. We've been selling it for years. whether it was as an Infinity model or as now a Kyoto model. Now, the broadcast, our Massage Chair Industry Live broadcast, we're still waiting for final confirmation from Human Touch. We tried to get them last month, but one of the participants was sick. So we ended up doing a Q&A with yours truly, which actually turned out pretty dang good. I'm wondering if maybe I should do a more regular Q&A, maybe once a quarter. People can ask any questions they want about the chairs. And of course, my knowledge is limited. I don't know about everything, but I certainly know enough to either give you the truth or make you feel like I'm going to get the truth, which I usually can do. But anyways, the broadcast, we were hoping to have Eric and Kathy from Human Touch before the end of this month to go over the new Supernovo X, which is it's a brand new model for them and a very unique chair. We're looking forward to hear them. And hopefully one of them will have a microphone close to them while they're demonstrating the chair, because I think the chair has a lot of wonderful features. I know they're going to want to go over that. But that would be a good little broadcast to educate people about this new chair, which is starting to come out, and you're going to see more and more of it. Did you know that and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it is actually time to now be cognizant of shipping deadlines for the holidays. And when I received my first notification, which was from the Kozia company, which is for Ogawa and JP Medics and Svago and Ogawa, I was surprised that we've already got the deadlines. And their basic deadline is if you want a residential delivery completed by Thanksgiving for Ogawa or Kozia, Ogawa and JP Medics, you should order for residential November 13th. And that's not far away. And then November 19th, if we're shipping it to a business. Christmas, residential line, and this is typically for like a curbside delivery, or if you're ordering from one of our showrooms, it'll be you'll get the white glove also, but you should order by December 16th if it's a residential order, or December 20th for a business to business sale. But anyways, there is, and then this last week I received the same thing from Human Touch. If you're ordering a premium massage chair, a regular massage chair, or one of the zero gravity recliners like the Gravis, which we do carry, and the Circa, those, they offer threshold delivery on those chairs, which means they'll bring it into your front door, but they won't bring it any further than that. They won't set it up. But the deadline for that is 12/6, so December 6th. But if you want white glove, which is where we bring it in your home and set it up, unless you're in the Southern California area, which is where their warehouse is and which is where our Southern California store is, it's not. You can delay it a little bit, but for everybody else, November 18th. Anybody around the country, if you want guaranteed delivery. Now, it doesn't mean you can't order after that and it'll still get to you, but it's a bit of a crapshoot depending on where you're located at. How, some people live out in the boonies, and sometimes they have a truck that only comes out once a week or whatever to service your area or to deliver to your area. So you need to be aware that the closer you get to Christmas, the less your chances are of getting the chairs on time. But anyways, Christmas deliveries, if you can believe it, that we're already at that time of the year. It seems like, didn't we just have the holidays from last year? Yeah, kind of seems that way. Well, no, it's already a full year, and we're for me, I know when summer's coming to an end when they start putting Christmas stuff up at Costco, and that makes me sad because that's usually like in September. Makes me melancholy because it means summer's over and it means we're going to have a cold, snowy winter coming, which isn't half bad if you like skiing or snowboarding, but it's not so great if like my wife, you're from San Diego and you don't like snow all that much, and I don't blame her. I grew up in Canada. I know all about snow, but I especially know about cold, and it's not pleasant. Okay, so I received a notification from our account representative at Luraco that the company Luraco, which is based in Arlington, Texas, which is like a suburb of Dallas, also where the Dallas Cowboys facility is. And I've been to their place a number of times, and they received the their company, Luraco Health and Beauty, they received a proclamation from the American Dream City of Arlington in Texas on October 8th. And now October 8th is officially the Luraco Technologies Day in Arlington. And as Robert mentions here, it is a well-deserved acknowledgement of the Lee brothers, Tom and Kevin, our two brothers that basically started the business and run the business. But their contribution to the health and well-being of this city and its citizens. And I echo Robert Nelson's comment. Congratulations, gentlemen, and keep up this most noble and needed work. So hats off to Dr. Lee and Tom. They're wonderful guys. They're Vietnamese brothers that immigrated to the United States and created a business that services multiple industries. Massage chair is kind of like their most overt business, the one that most people know about, but they have other businesses as well. Like they make jets for hot tubs, and they have some defense contracts over the years. So they're a very interesting company, but they're wonderful people, and they always make us feel at home when we come to visit them. And as a matter of fact, I'm due for another visit. But congratulations to the Lee brothers, and for Luraco, the company. Generally speaking, they are a great group of people. And their chairs are made in America. They have components that come from around the world, but they have over 80% of their chairs built and manufactured in America. So if you're ever in Arlington, Texas, give them a call and see if you can drop by and check out their facilities. It's pretty cool. That's the closest thing you'll come to a massage chair factory to China. I mean, China, it's like some of the bigger factories like Rotai and EasePal and Comtech. They build thousands of these chairs, maybe each week for all I know. And it's a huge operation. I went to China a number of years ago, and we visited one of the most popular factories and one of the top factories, and I was blown away by how modern the facilities were, how much product they were pumping out. It was incredible. But of course, Luraco is a smaller scale company. They produce their own chair models, and they produce them right here in the United States. And they're quite innovative. They have some wonderful technologies. For example, the sliding side doors is from them. They have, they have their own split track patent. They have patents for the remote control. So it's not just a company that lives off the discovery or inventions of other companies. These are patents that of inventions that they have made. And they're a very well established company and a very well accomplished couple of brothers. And I like them, and they're good guys, and they do what they can to keep our customers happy. So anyways, congratulations to Tom and Kevin Lee at Luraco, and many more years of success coming, I hope, for you. Now, in closing, I wanted to just talk a little bit about something that we talked about in our massage chair relief live broadcast last month with Justin Milne, who is our Utah technician, and he's been in the business for well over 10 years, and he knows a lot about these chairs, and he fixes pretty much any chair we throw at him. He's fantastic. Anyways, we invited him to speak, and we had some technical difficulties on the first go, and so we only got about a half an hour of that one. But then he came back and spoke for another hour and a half, and spoke to questions I had, spoke to questions that the public had. Maybe you were on that call, but he brought up some very interesting things about failure rates. And I've heard, we have a lifetime labor warranty, right? And some of my competitors will try to downplay how wonderful the lifetime labor warranty is. They'll try to pick it apart, or they'll say things like this. They'll say, you'll probably never need it. Basically alluding to the notion that these chairs don't break down after the warranty is over. Well, I can promise you and tell you factually, because we keep track of every lifetime labor warranty repair we do and the amount of money we spend on it, that these chairs do break down at an increased rate as they get older. So anyways, what can you do to prevent your chair from breaking down. Sometimes things just break down. I mean, there's maybe a circuit breaks on the motherboard, maybe an airbag blows a leak, or maybe a roller mechanism snaps off. But there are things in our treatment of the chair that can be done to minimize the breakdowns of the chairs. And we talked about that a lot with Justin, and he gave us some great information. The first thing he said was older folks tend to have chairs that break down more. And the reason, and this is not across the board, but generally speaking, older people who spend a lot of time in the chairs, and they may sit in that chair all day long and not get out of it, or for hours on end and not get out of it. The older the client, we see a greater propensity for breakdowns of the chairs. Now, of course, we have a lot of older folks that have a chair and they've used it for years and years with no problems, but they do tend to sit in the chairs for a longer period of time and more frequently. Also, a chair that has multiple family members using it. So you might have a spouse, two spouses sitting on the chair. They might have 2 or 3 kids sitting on the chair. And like my house, you might have in-laws coming over or neighbors coming over, and they all gravitate to the massage chair. Like it's like a fly to a pile of crap. They just come, and I'm not saying the chair is a pile of crap, but that's what I think of. I think of flies. Just when you sit on your back porch in the summertime and you've got food on the table, flies just come like to the food. And whether it's freshly made food or old food, the flies will come. And that's kind of how people are attracted to massage chairs. When they see a massage chair, they just want to sit in it. And so sometimes you'll have a lot of family come over and want to sit in it, or friends or neighbors or people that say they're your friends and they just want to come over and sit in your chair. Overweight customers. Now, there are weight thresholds, recommended weight thresholds for pretty much every massage chair, but it doesn't mean you can't sit in it. There's some people that the chair is built for someone who's 280 and they weigh 320 and they fit in it and they love it. So they're going to sit in it. Well, there's a chance that there may be more material fatigue on the roller mechanism, on the airbags, on the upholstery. All those things can go bad, and you can have blown air hoses, stripped roller mechanism, because roller mechanism works with gears and with teeth in the gears, and those things can wear down over time. Broken or stretched belts, or overall chair stress. If there's a heavier body in it, it's going to wear on the components, especially the moving components, more. So just be aware of that. Also, high usage. We kind of alluded to that with more older customers. And by the way, I'm considered an older customer. But high usage of anybody. We knew a fella who used a chair 3 hours a day, and it was the only thing that gave him some form of relief. And he was in a terrible car accident. He was only 33 years old. He could barely walk when he came to the showroom. And over time, he finally took a step to get a massage chair. Well, he reached out to us shortly thereafter and said, this is the best I've ever felt. And I can walk straight and my head's not leaning all the way forward and I'm getting out of pain. And this guy sat on his chair for 3 years, and it was a nice chair. It was a chair that should have lasted 10, 15 years, but it broke down, and the components broke down fairly early. I think after 8 or 9 years, a chair that should have lasted longer broke down because he was using it so much every day. So that can do it. And also, pet hair can get in the gears. Cat hair, dog hair. We've even heard of in areas where there's a high rodent population, and we've even heard of them getting into like maybe even having a nest underneath the chair, and their feces and their hair getting into the gears as well. And of course, the chair quality can have something to do with that as well. Chairs can be made in cheap factories, and I've talked about this ad nauseum. And Justin stated a couple of times on this recording, you get what you pay for in this industry. Sorry, Lisa, I'm recording my weekly broadcast. I'm sorry about that. She mentioned you were coming. Thank you so much. See ya. And anyways, there is a propensity for cheap chairs to break down more regularly and more often. And so we talk about this because there's a lot of cheap chairs on the market now, and you're seeing them maybe they're not necessarily sold in stores, but they are chairs that typically you'll find online, and you'll see prices between $2,000 and $3,000, and people get sucked in by the prices. But there are a lot of things to be aware of with cheap chairs, and one of them is breakdowns. And it's not just the breakdown because of the quality of the chair; it's the breakdown and the inability to get any help to get it fixed. So, anyways, FYI, watch out for the cheaper chairs, just because if you love your chair and you use it a lot, it will break down sooner because the components that it's made out of are cheaper and they're not as durable as a high-end chair quality. And like Justin said, and I say it again, you get what you pay for in this industry. And also, some of the components in price can vary quite a bit from, a cheap Chinese factory to a high-end Japanese or American factory. The prices of the parts can vary wildly. And every company has their own pricing strategy, and I'm not here to criticize anybody's strategy or to critique it, but just know that sometimes parts will tend to erode and break down. Cheaper ones will erode quicker. More expensive chairs typically have a better quality component and they break down less. And then one last thing is, and this kind of goes with the high usage of the chair, give your chair a chance to cool down. So when you're sitting in a chair for maybe 20, 40, 60 minutes, and you do it again and again, the components will heat up. They will start to, you'll start to hear weird noises in your chair, and you're thinking something's wrong with it. Well, what's wrong with it is you're overusing it. And so there's a thing called a duty cycle, which is a recommended cycle for the chair and rest period for the chair. So if the duty cycle is half an hour and you use it for half an hour, you should let it rest for half an hour. Now, it won't hurt you to sit on it longer, not in the short term. You might want to sit on it for an hour at a time or an hour and a half, and everything will seem fine. But over time, that high density usage will contribute to breaking down of the chair and breaking down of parts. But anyways, that's kind of an important thing. So, we talk about breakdowns of chairs because we offer a lifetime labor warranty and we offer other warranties, but we do it understanding that every house will have a different usage of the chair, or home or business will have a different usage of the chair. So maybe you bought the chair and you just use it once a week. Well, your chair should last a long, long time. Doesn't mean it's not going to break down. You still might have a breakdown, but just know that if you're going to be getting a massage chair, and because it's a mechanical and electronic machine, things break down. So what can you do to prevent that, so you're not having a chair break down too early or too often? But anyways, there are some parting words for you to think about. We want your chair to last a long time, but just because we say, yeah, these chairs typically last 10 to 15 years, or in the cheaper chairs up to 5 years, or the premium chairs maybe 15 to 20 years, it doesn't mean they're going to last that long before they're so worn out that you have to replace it. And so, be aware of that. That's a big part of ownership. That applies to a car. I mean, it applies to everything. I mean, if you drive your car, what is it? 12,000 miles a year is the average. Well, I think there's some of you that put probably 50,000 a year on your car. And you know what? It's going to break down sooner, and it's going to break down more often. I mean, we accept it with cars, don't we? And the same thing can happen with a massage chair. So just buyer beware. Anyways, that's about it for this week's Massage Chair Industry Update. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, Please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel, and help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this video or any of our videos with your friends and family on your various and sundry social media platforms. Also, please remember to listen to us on the podcast, Massage Chair Relief Live, and you can find it on Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Deezer. There's all kinds of formats you can listen to, but listen in if you can't sit in front of a TV and watch for 20 minutes. Well, anyways, we appreciate you. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Massage Chair Relief Live podcast. Subscribe to this podcast and be notified of each episode. Check out our main website at massagechairrelief.com for much more valuable information on the massage chair industry and marketplace.